Hey guys, in today's yarn review, I have two skeins of AliExpress yarn. I did purchase this on their 11/11 sale, so it was only $1 for one of these. They are really small. I don't remember the original price, but I will put it up on the screen. I don't think it was too much. It was probably $1.99 before the sale, but I did just want to test these guys out. So right here is the name of the brand. I don't know how to pronounce that. I can hardly pronounce anything in English, so I won't attempt that. But I assume everything on here is in Chinese. So I do have some information from the website. Okay, so on the website and here as well, it does say there's 25 grams, which is 70 meters. On the website, it says 68, but it's not big of a difference. And then the material says it's a natural fiber / cotton. Now, when I feel this, it does feel like an acrylic yarn, but maybe softer than acrylic. I mean, I can't really say what it is, but it does say natural fiber and cotton on the website. I just wanted to grab my Dollar Tree yarn really quick. I did have a review on this one, so I just wanted to show you the difference. So this is 100% cotton, I believe. Actually, this is 85% cotton and 15% polyester. I do just want to put them up next to each other. I don't think this says what weight it is, but I feel like it's a weight of 4 because this one is a 4, and then when I put them next to each other. Okay, so you can see that this AliExpress yarn is already splitting, but I wanted to line these up next to each other just so you guys can see. So I don't know if I already mentioned, but this one here is a weight of 4 yarn. It doesn't say what it is on AliExpress, but I assume this is a weight of 4 because it's definitely like a tiny bit bigger than this cotton yarn. But I do have the Cairns 1-pound yarn. Okay, sorry, I'm bringing in all these yarns, but this one is the Dollar Tree. This is Cairns 1-pound yarn, and then this is the AliExpress. So I feel like it's definitely a little bit smaller than this Cairns 1-pound yarn, so I feel like it's just a lighter weight of 4. And I also feel like this one is probably acrylic and something else because it feels like a tad bit softer than the Cairns 1-pound yarn. It's not like a huge difference, but it does feel a little bit softer. And like I mentioned on the website, it does say this is cotton and some natural fiber, but I'm pretty sure it's probably like acrylic and something else. Now let's get on to shipping. I did purchase this on 11/11 as I mentioned earlier, and this did arrive on 11/27, so it took a little bit over 2 weeks to get here, which is honestly not too bad for AliExpress. Also, I don't remember the color names, but this is just a lime green and a brown, and then it does recommend using a 2 or 3 millimeter crochet hook, and if you're knitting a 1.2 to 2.5 millimeter crochet hook, I think I'm gonna go with a 3 millimeter. Here I have my 2.5 hook and then the 3 millimeter. So you can see these hooks are like extremely tiny, so I do feel like I should just go with the 3 millimeter since I do crochet kind of tight. But I don't know why I picked these colors. Honestly, I'm kind of confused why I got a green and a brown. So since I have like such random colors, I think I'm going to make an octopus because I don't have to think too much when I make one of these since I already know how to make them. But also this is really tiny. So look, it fits in the palm of my hands, and I already have small hands. So let me compare it to the Dollar Tree yarn. So it's even smaller than this dollar yarn. But for the brown one, I feel like I should just use both since I'm doing a review. But I think I'm going to make Baby Yoda, and then we'll see how that looks. So while I crochet with this yarn, I will, check back in with you to let you know how it feels working with this yarn. And then of course I'll show you the clips as well. I haven't crocheted with a small hook in like such a long time, so it definitely feels really different, and it's already splitting. Oh, okay, but it is the magic circle, so let me not judge it too much yet. Okay, so as you saw in the clip, I did do the magic circle in round 2 on camera. I did do 2 rows off camera because it definitely feels different when I'm not filming, since, when I do film, I have my tripod and my camera like right in front of my face, so it's a little bit harder to see. So I don't have issues when I'm filming this off camera with the splitting. So mainly when it's on camera, I do get some splits because, I'm not looking directly at my project. But yeah, so far I do like it. It feels really nice. Like I don't have any issues with my skin because, I am a little bit sensitive to some yarns, and I have no issues with it, like any fibers like falling or anything, because I do have that issue when I do use the, I think Red Heart Super Saver, the ombre line. That one makes my nose like like sneeze like so many times. Like I've never had that issue before, but when I bought their ombre line, it was so pretty, but like I just could not crochet with it because I'm like sneezing every freaking second. But yeah, so far this is pretty good. I do like how it feels. It's very nice against my skin, like because especially this finger right here, it gets so dry from like crocheting all the time. But yeah, I have to finish this row now. This is my last increasing row and I just forgot where I left off. This is going to turn out so tiny because I am using a 3mm crochet hook, but also I already finished my last increasing round, so now I'm just working on the single crochet rows to create the length, and look at how little this guy already is. Okay, sorry if the cuts are kind of weird in this video, but I always mess up when I talk, so I have to cut things out. But I do want to give you my thoughts on this right now. I actually kind of really like this yarn. I'm really surprised because I'm not really into the small amounts of yarn. This one is 25 grams, just want to mention that again, so it's super tiny. But I'm surprised that I'm not into it because I'm obsessed with keychains, and when I make keychains, I usually just make it for myself, so I feel like I should be getting the smaller ones. But I also really like, you know, the Caron's 1 pound yarn because there's so much in there. I feel like the value is just there for me, and that's why I always gravitate towards that or the big twist yarn, since that one is cheap as well. But I feel like since I do make keychains only for myself, I should probably just get these smaller amounts. And yeah, like so far it really feels nice on the skin. Like I know I'm mentioning that a lot, but you know, my hands do get really dry because I'm crocheting like almost not 24/7, but literally almost every day. So this feels really nice. It feels much better than like cotton yarn, you know, the Dollar Tree yarn that I recently reviewed. But yeah, let me just continue doing this and then I will show you the end result. And I think I'll do my final thoughts after I make Baby Yoda, but that one's probably going to take a while, so I'm not sure if I'll finish this in one day. But yeah, let me just keep crocheting and then I'll be back. So I made it to the tentacle portion of my octopus, and you can see this guy is uber tiny, but I do have a couple more thoughts. So now while I was off camera, I did come up to some issues where I did have splitting. Now it's not as bad as the cotton yarn, but I do just want to mention that because in the beginning of this video, you remember when I showed you like the beginning part of the yarn, you can see that it easily splits. Well, I don't have like a huge issue with it because this yarn is actually like tightly wound up together, but like at just some random spots there are like loose threads. So I'm not sure if you can see right here, it's just like a tiny bit loose. Again, it's not a huge deal, but I do just want to mention that. I don't know if it's going to be the same with the brown color, but of course I will let you know. And that is just currently my update so far. So I'm just going to work on these tentacles and then I'll be close to done. So I just finished the tentacles and this is what it looks like. So now I'm just going to add my safety eyes. I am using 6mm safety eyes. I did mess up about right here, so you can see that the yarn kind of came out. So I'm just going to put my eye there so I can cover that up. At the eyes, I just need to close this up and then I'll be right back. I finished closing up my little octopus and this is what it looks like. It looks so cute. I feel like I definitely should have made the tentacles shorter. I don't know why I made it so long. But anyways, let's get back to this yarn. I really love this yarn. I honestly feel like I'm probably going to buy more, but I'm only going to buy it when they have their sale. I know it's already cheap, but I'm cheaper than the price, so I'm gonna wait until it has their, I think they do the Christmas sale. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it this year, but since they did their 11/11, I'm pretty sure they're going to do a deal on probably Christmas Day or the New Year's, and I'm planning to get more because I just want to make little projects now, like for myself. I'm probably going to do some other keychain ideas, but yeah, so far I like it. I feel like, so you can't really see how much I use, but I definitely could make probably about, I would say 3 or 4 more of these with how much I have left. But again, like I mentioned, I am going to make Baby Yoda, so I will use this green yarn and then I'll do this brown for the little outfit. I'll crochet Baby Yoda off camera because I don't want this video to be too long. I've been filming hour-long videos for this whole month and I'm just a little bit tired, so excuse me for that. But yeah, I will finish it off camera, and if there's any issues with this brown yarn, I will pop back in just to let you know, and then I'll show you an update. But for now, I will start on Baby Yoda, and then whenever I finish, finish, I'll let you know my final thoughts. And I'm super excited because this one is so tiny and cute. I feel like if I use the 2mm, it would be even cuter because I want this to be even tinier, and then I could shorten up the legs or the tentacles. I did crochet or chain 19. I don't know why I did that. It's so weird because usually I'll always chain like 15 because I like my legs smaller or tentacles smaller. But yeah, anyways, let me just go finish Baby Yoda off camera and then I'll be back. It's been about 5 hours later and I'm now finished with Baby Yoda. I feel like he looks a tad bit funny, but let me give you my final thoughts on all of this yarn. Okay, so I give this yarn a total of 4 out of 5. I am knocking down a point because my only issue with this yarn is that it splits. Now, it's not a big deal because I don't have a lot of issues with the splitting, especially in the brown. I feel like there was less splitting than the green yarn, but I'm knocking the point off because it was really annoying that the splitting happened because these projects, well, if you're making like little things, it's kind of annoying because you're using a smaller hook. So like I mentioned, I used a 2.5mm crochet hook for Baby Yoda. Well, I don't know if I mentioned that, but I did use a 2.5 for Yoda, and then for this guy I did use a 3mm. And I think the issue, okay, so there's nothing wrong with this yarn besides the splitting, but the issue for me is with this crochet hook, it's just so thin. Like I feel like my arm kind of gets tired because it's like cramping up since I'm holding it so tight. So I think if I had a bigger handle right here, I wouldn't have an issue, but maybe I should test out a crochet hook like that. But anyways, back to this yarn. There's no issues besides splitting. I feel like it's super soft and it only costs $1 plus free shipping. Well, I got mine for free shipping, but I know that AliExpress, it always changes. Like you're paying for like $2 shipping one day, next day it's free. The price goes up and down all the time. So I will link down the seller below. Right now he does have it, or he or she has it for 96 cents and I think free shipping right now. I'm most likely going to purchase it on Christmas Day though, in case they do have a different sale going on. But I do know that Dollar Tree has their acrylic yarn. I haven't tried it out because it's always out of stock, so I feel like this would right now is the next best option for me. But if Dollar Tree does have it, I would prefer to get it there because I can just go to the store and get it, and I feel like they have more in their skein. But yeah, so far I do like how this feels. It's super easy to crochet with. The only issue is the splitting, and they have a lot of color options. Overall score, like I mentioned earlier, is a 4 out of 5, so I definitely recommend this yarn. I do like it, but I think it's for the person who doesn't mind waiting for shipping because, as I said earlier, it does take a little bit over 2 weeks, and I know that's kind of long for some people, but I personally don't mind that. And I also think that it's for someone who isn't making a lot of something. Well, obviously you can buy more of one color or like more skeins than just this one, but I kind of don't like doing that. But yeah, I feel like this is definitely for you if you like to make little projects like this. I think these are so cute. I'm probably going to use this one as my new keychain, even though I think he looks a little bit weird. And I also messed up because of the glue down here. But anyways, I do really like this yarn. I feel like it's just so soft. It kind of gets on the verge of slippery, but I think that's a combination of the yarn and my hook. I feel like I don't want to blame it too much on the yarn because I feel like I just did not like the crochet hook I was using earlier. So this one here, I just feel like maybe if I had a different one, I wouldn't have so many issues. Again, the issues weren't a big deal, but I feel like I was just a little bit annoyed because I think it's because I'm crocheting so much, like to go from like such like a 5mm to this tiny thing, it was a little bit annoying. So I feel like I can't blame the yarn, but yeah, I do really like it. But I do have to mention that if Dollar Tree has their acrylic yarn, I would most likely buy that over this because I kind of just want to go to the store and get it. I like I said, I don't mind waiting 2 weeks, but at the same time, I do like to go in stores to like look at my yarn, you know, like instead of like getting this online. I'm not sure if it's going to come like the color it represents as on the website. I mean, these did, but I just want to mention that. But anyways, before I talk too much, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in my next one.